Hey everybody, welcome back to X-Plane 11. I'm Bill, and it is a beautiful but hot day in SoCal here. We're going to take the JustFlight Aero up to a very cool airport north of LA called Agua Dulce. It's Lima 70 L70, and we're departing John Wayne. At this point, could probably just say obviously. Let's see, what is the temperature? It was 35 earlier. So it's down to 34, 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Fantastic. Winds are light, probably going to be a little bit choppy. And we're going to do the special flight rules out there, which is always a really fun route to go northbound. And we're going to play it really by ear to get up there. Collins Aviation 101, welcome aboard. Thank you for following. Happy Friday. Oh, Jordan, nice man. Welcome. So that looks like it's pretty good right there. Just going to do the special flight rules transition basically just by memory. If you want any more information on it, it's in the TAC chart supplement for LA. All the particulars are on there, but we're just going to eyeball it because once you've done it a few times, it's definitely a transition that you can eyeball if you're at the right elevation or altitude. So we're going to eyeball it. While we have my favorite beer, this is Russian River, Pliny the Elder. This is hard to find and worth it whenever it is found. So let's get this beautiful Piper started up. This is still one of my favorite planes in X-Plane.
Cheers, Bill.
Arizona Aviator, cheers to you as well, man. 12 months. Jesus, dude. A year? Thank you, man. That's fantastic. I can't believe it's been a year. Time flies. Flight, what's up, man? Are you on crappy hotel Wi-Fi or are you home, cuddled up on the couch, taking in the entertainment? Gigabit today, beautiful. This is not the most like systems rich airplane in a sim ever, but it is. The sounds, the textures are great, and it works just well enough to be a lot of fun. And if you're flying this era Piper, it's a really great tool to get used to the layout of this if you're used to flying anything else like a Cessna or something. So it's great to hop into this plane, and just get refreshed. I might be getting checked out in another Archer this weekend, so I'm just kind of using this flight to get reacclimated with the interior of a Piper. This is an Aero, so it's got a couple extra little levers to it that we're not going to concern ourselves too much with doing fully properly, but enough to make it realistic as possible. So it's a very pretty plane. I had my first half of my training was done in a Piper Archer, and it was actually 444 Foxtrot Golf, which is why this is painted the way it is. Even the down to the give me the view, down to the sticker. OCFC was the flight school that I started with. That plane was an Archer. This is an Aero, and it's got 200 horsepower, retractable gear, so it's a little bit different than a PA-28A, but not a lot. In terms of power and performance and stuff, it's 20 extra horsepower. It's noticeable for real world situations, but in the sim, it's not like it's not a huge boost. Last time you flew flight was April 4th. Yikes. Lewis, happy Friday. So let's see if I can remember how to properly start a Piper. All right, we're going to start by getting the parking brake on, which is this little lever down here. So we'll get that on, and then we're going to make sure that the fuel is on as well. I'm going to start on whichever tank is corresponding to the time of day. There's a reason for that. This is not actually a clock. It looks like a clock. So what time is it on the sim? Let's move this up a little bit so it matches the time, the minute at least, in the real world. So it is, as this is being recorded, is 4:50. So it's showing 9:50 in the morning here. So that 50 is the left side of a clock dial. So I'm going to put it on the left tank. That way, if I look down at my watch and I see that the minute hand is on the right side, I know to switch it to the right tank. 15 minutes is usually the quickest time in between switching the tanks, but 30 minutes also works as well. So I'm going to use 30 minutes and use that little trick to refresh my my memory, since I won't have like a timer for that. So all right, so once the fuel is on, then we're going to turn on the master and the beacon, and those are all on this center stack right here. Master is obviously the red, and then the beacon is right above the EGT there. So once that is on, this is a fuel injected plane. The plane that I fly is carbureted, and this isn't a rep pack, so it's not very particular on how it starts. So I will start it the way that I would start a carbureted Piper, and that's by turning the fuel pump on. Fuel is on there. We got mixture is full rich, and pump the throttle 3 times. And then after that, we're just going to crack it a little bit and turn it on. Let me get the yoke in here too. So turn it on. So there we go. And clear prop. And it's on. Okay. What's up, Q? It's your favorite plane, Q. Look at that. Look at that beaut. There's a checklist for that? Of course there's a checklist for that. You know where the checklist is? It's right in the pocket. It's right in the pocket. This plane actually does have a checklist, which is pretty nice, especially if you're just starting from scratch on this. It's a pretty decent checklist as well. So if we look at, and it's got all the failures and everything. I'm gonna restart that. Nope, it doesn't go to the beginning. Okay, pre-flight we did all that. So brake set, circuit breakers in, alternate air off, propeller full forward, avionics off, fuel selector desired tank we did on the left side, throttle half-inch open, switch on, batter switch on, fuel pump on, mixture full rich, then idle cutoff, clear prop, engage, full rich, confirm start, magnetar selector to both, we did that, throttle adjust, blood pressure check, throttle to 14, that's pretty high for a warm-up. That looks good. And we're gonna lean it to the X on mixture. There should be a placard for it. Every air I've flown has had a starting placard. Oh, that's weird. Like a startup procedure placard? It's weird. We do have the gear up, or gear extended speeds, which is very exciting. What's up, Melvin? Happy Friday. I think it may be under the gauges in your sim. The startup. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All the check. Dude, Q, you're absolutely right, man. Look at that. I never even noticed that because it's so small in the sim that I've never really like paid attention to what that all said, check that out. Takeoff checklist, flap set. I feel, for as much as I've flown this plane, I am thoroughly embarrassed that I never recognized that. I'll have to check out pictures to see if the real 4 Foxtrot Golf had that. Avoid continuous operation below 15 inches between 1950 and 2300 RPM. Awesome. All right, so while that is going, we're going to get the avionics on and turn on some lights. Seat backs erect. And we're going to put this on 1200 for now. Get that reported so they know where we're at. Audio is on, and we want the ATIS at John Wayne. What is it going to be?
0. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 34. Dew point 13. Altimeter 29 or 85. Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight follow is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information echo.
Echo.
John Wayne Airport, ATIS information echo. 2253 Zulu. Wind 230 at 6. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 34. Dew point 13. Altimeter 29 or 85. Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right.
85,
Visual
all right.
approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery.
Okay.
Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following.
Turn that off, and we're gonna do the Mesa departure. So that's it's 220, but PilotEdge uses 240 for some reason. At or below 2400. Here's our frequency, and we're gonna squawk something. So let's see if we're correct on that. 2185, and how busy is it gonna be tonight?
Center left hand wind runway 19 or wind 20010 runway 100 clear to land.
East left down, runway 9, clear to land, 5 share copy.
Southwest 1398, contact Los Angeles Center 133.2. Number 842 X-ray, San Bernardino Tower, are you calling ready?
Sounds busy.
San Bernardino Tower, 842 X-ray is holding short of runway 24 for takeoff
It's busy
for
tonight,
a
man.
departure
God,
to
here we
the
go.
northwest. Request a quick frequency change to approach.
Number 842 X-ray, San Bernardino Tower, runway 24, clear for takeoff, make right crosswind departure.
842 X-ray will make a right crosswind departure.
Southwest 1398, climbing flight level 230.
Southwest 1398, LA Center, hello, climb maintain flight level 380.
380, Southwest 1398.
Join clearance, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf VFR departure request when able.
And number 444 Foxtrot Golf, it's going to be a few minutes standby.
Roger.
Somebody was looking for IFR a few minutes ago. I told you to stand by, and I can't remember who that was. It was number 52326.
Perfect.
That's a firm, Archer 52326.
I'm
Okay,
so good with that. What's up, Box?
Number 79087.
I poked you guys, man.
Yes, 79087, level 4000.
I don't think.
Number 79087, circle approach, Roger, say approach request to Catalina.
Requesting the VOR approach.
Oh my God,
Catalina.
Q! I just saw your
Number
picture, dude. That's
79087, Roger,
hilarious.
flighting 180, and I'm assuming the VOR Bravo.
VOR Bravo, 79087.
Number
I
07, Roger,
friggin'
flighting
love
180, vectors VOR DME Bravo approach.
That is awesome.
180, 79087.
Titanium Druid.
Southwest 4214.
Happy Friday.
26 right at Alpha 5.
Pilot Mike, my
contact
Friday
118.
is amazing, man.
26 right at Alpha, we'll contact
I've got
ground on the other side.
a
Southwest
fresh
4214.
glass of Pliny,
Number 838, Mike, contact
and
point approach 124.7.
hanging out with all you dudes.
838 Mike to 4.7.
Alright, who else was waiting? Number 444 Foxtrot Golf, you're looking for VFR?
Yeah, affirmative. Looking for a flight following to Lima 70 at 4,500 via the special flight rules transition. We've got information echo at John Wayne.
Okay, and I forgot your aircraft type. Say it again.
PA-28 Romeo, Slant Golf.
Number 444 Foxtrot Golf, Roger. On departure, flighting 240. Maintain VFR at or below 2,400 for now. Departure frequency 128.1 and squawk 5370.
5370. On departure, that's right, heading 240 at or below 2400. Departure frequency 281, squawking 5370, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
Number 4 Foxtrot Golf, feedback is correct. Break November 842 X-ray. Your frequency change is approved. Good day.
Cool.
842
Okay,
X-ray, change
so
approved. Thank you.
there is 240.
Skyhawk 1126 Bravo,
The
6
real
miles,
heading is 220.
east, or I'm sorry,
but that's
west of the airport.
close
Request
enough.
full stop with information golf.
53.
1126 Bravo, full at tower, low and right downwind, runway
So that's in
24,
there.
wind 250, 10,
5370.
runway 24, clear to land.
We got 240 in there as our reminder on nav 2.
Right one for runway 24.
Whoa, buddy.
26 Bravo.
Titanium Druid, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Melvin.
6,000.
Druid, that's awesome, man. Thank you very much
Number
for
8,
the
straight
gifted
Mike,
sub.
Mike, point go approach, Roger.
Where did you take your flight training? I started at OCFC and I finished privately.
Las Vegas ground, Southwest 4214 at Alpha 5. Need to go to the Delta gates.
Q, is my head,
4214,
like,
Las Vegas
how
ground,
many times larger
Bravo
is my
5,
head than real
Charlie
life? I know I have a
departing
pretty
every day.
big head, but is it,
Bravo 5, Charlie departing Southwest 4214.
like, how big is it in, like, scale? Am I, like, double?
842 X-ray, I'm about 3 miles northeast west of San Bernardino.
All right, let's go over to
Transition
ground,
the
which is
Class C
20.8.
airspace destination El Monte.
Number 842 X-ray, SoCal approach, squawk 3473, maintain VFR.
20.8. It's about 1.5 times. Okay.
842 X-ray, squawk
So that's pretty-
3473.
All right, so we are over at Jay's, and we're gonna get some taxi instructions
Piedmont 4715,
for
it's on request number 2, standby.
the tower run.
And number 52326, currents available. Advisory,
Pilot
copy.
Mike, I was supposed to be flying right
Ready,
now
copy,
to
Archer
work on
5226.
crosswind landings, but canceled due to
52326,
weather.
clear to the Las Vegas
800
McCarran
overcast.
International Airport,
Ugh.
Van Nuys 3 departure,
Yeah.
Daggett transition, and then the Cresso 4
Maybe
arrival.
2 when you lean in.
Maintain 4,000,
That's a
expect
pretty big
1000.
billhead.
10 minutes after departure, departure frequency 134.2, squawk 4135.
Special
All right, Archer
VFR, peace out.
52326, clear to Las Vegas. The Van Nuys 3 departure, Daggett transition, and then the Cresco 4 arrival. 4,000, expect 1000 after 10 minutes. Frequency 134.2 and 4135 in the box.
Number 326, reback is correct.
Johnny Ground, Archer 444, Foxtrot Golf at Jay's Parking, taxi tower run up.
You transition as filed. Then as filed, climb via the Citic set, maintain 5,000, departure frequency 125.2,
I tried.
squawk
I hate that.
2766.
I always say the most dangerous shit in aviation you have to
Alright,
request.
clear to the Phoenix Airport.
Things like
Dock
special
2 departure,
VFR
send
and-
retransition, then it's filed. Climb via Citic set, maintain
contact
5,000.
approaches.
Departure frequency 125.2, squawk 2766,
Yeah.
Piedmont 4715.
Piedmont 4715, reback is correct. Break November 79087, turn direct to the Santa Catalina VOR, cross Catalina.
this-
Outer
this
Boat
guy
Fort,
is crushing it right
Catalina
now.
At 4,000, cleared VOR, DME Bravo approach.
79087 to the VOR at 4,000 and cleared for the VOR approach 79087.
Number 5218, Foxtrot, contact approach 127.4. 127.4.
He's got all these
Number
planes.
842 X-ray, radar contact.
This dude is-
5 miles west of the San Bernardino Airport. Maintain VFR at or above 4,500 while transiting Charlie airspace. And the Ontario altimeter 2988.
842 X-ray, altimeter 2988, stay at 4,500.
This guy's just I know. It's immersion, dude.
Burbank ground, Archer 52326 at Millionaire with Delta ready to taxi.
Number 52326, Burbank, ground runway 8, taxi via Delta.
Runway 8 via Delta, Archer 52326.
Johnny Ground, Archer 444, Foxtrot Golf, Jay's Parking, taxi tower run up.
Number 444 Foxtrot, Golf, taxi to tower run up, Ava Bravo.
Tower run at Via Bravo, 4 Foxtrot Golf.
And who else was calling?
18 Foxtrot at 4,000.
Number 5218 Foxtrot, circle approach, roger. The Catalina altimeter 29905, say approach request.
29905, request the VOR B.
Number 5218 Foxtrot, you can expect that. And tell you what, fly heading 150 vectors for that approach.
150 and vectors 18 Foxtrot.
November 5297 Echo, contact approach 124.35.
All right, cleared right, cleared left.
124.35.
And now it is time for the long taxi down to the run-up.
Camarillo ground, Warrior 75 Alpha Bravo request.
November 75 Alpha Bravo, Camarillo ground, go ahead.
Camarillo ground, I'd like to request flight following to John Wayne. I'd like to go via the coastal route. This will be for the Cat 10.
Number 75 Alpha Bravo, departure frequency will be 124.7, squawk
Cat
51,
10 action.
correction 5010.
Love that.
Let's see, departure frequency 124.7 and squawk 5010.
Number 7 Alpha Bravo, back is correct. We believe the
We're
Cat
full realism, Q. We're full realism here. Look at this. We got Lion Air, DC-3, P-38. We've got Paul's plane sitting here on the ramp.
Runway forward, Charlie November Tango Charlie Golf, over Santa Monica, landing with Alpha.
Looks like everybody on Baker Street is out enjoying the weather.
Golf, Van Nuys Tower.
Somebody
Enter left downwind
accidentally left a global over at ACI West. What's up, Quasar?
Left down
Happy Friday.
Left, Charlie November Tango Charlie Golf. Thank you.
Number 83, Mike,
Yeah,
Mike,
that global
contact
should
Santa Barbara,
not
approach 120.55.
No, it shouldn't be.
Mike to
I've wanted to go find a way to go in there and remove it because it is right in the way.
Number 36 Romeo, contact approach 128.1.
Ready to taxi with information Quebec.
Number 36 Romeo, contact approach 128.1.
Yeah, they got it staged.
And was that 75 Alpha
Coast
Bravo
Guard's in
taxi?
town.
75 Alpha Bravo is ready for taxi.
That's cool.
Number 75 Alpha Bravo, runway 26, taxi via Foxtrot and Alpha.
Got a nice little leer there. Kind of wish there was
Taxi
a
for
leer
26 via Foxtrot Alpha, 75 Alpha Bravo.
over on the west side.
November approach on November 88, Mike, 6000.
Number 88 Mike Mike, Santa Barbara approach. Roger, you can expect the visual approach
Looking
runway
forward to
15 left, and
May
then once you have a
4th.
different request,
Yeah, are you,
information India is current.
And we have India.
You getting
we'll
open back up
expect,
on May 4th?
Left, that's Santa
I know, that would be cool to put.
Sokol approach
Duke
number
in there.
7436, runway level 9 of
Number 7436 Romeo.
There's a member of the Discord and stream, which, by the way, if anybody is not in the Discord,
Foxtrot flighting 180.
it is
180,
Quarantine Savior
And 18 Foxtrot, this is
for
the extended
human
vector of the
interaction.
aircraft on the approach,
It's
now, so it'll be a
so
few
much
minutes before
fun.
it's very
If
far.
you have any questions
problem.
regarding flight sims or flying in general, anything to do with aviation in any respect,
Mike 718,
that is the place to
4000.
be. Bunch of cool people in that Discord. Airline pilots, CFIs, CFIIs. Q is our resident MEI. It's a terrible place. Don't go. Flight is just saying that because he wants to hoard it for himself, which is very rude.
Number 36 Romeo, short visit. Contact.
All right, so we're in the run-up. Let's check. That looks good. That looks good.
Sokol approach
Looks good. Can't tell the rudder's moving in the Piper. Let's go mixture rich there. Can't see the RPMs. Good. Check idle.
087, report your procedure, turn inbound.
087.
Nice.
Sokol approach number 7436 Romeo, level 9000, request
Cool.
Yankee runway 27 approach from Lindy.
I've made it into one of the videos. My job here is complete.
Number 7436
Yeah, we
Romeo,
need to get some more Q videos.
Information, kilos current you can expect there on Aviation runway 27 approach.
Fun note, you shouldn't move the rudder on the ground while stationary in the Piper anyway because of the way
36 Romeo
the
after
steering
mission,
is
proceed direct to
designed.
Lindy.
Holy crap. It's a solid link, unlike the bungee system in the Cessna. This is what I'm talking about. You guys are freaking awesome. Okay,
And Burbank Tower,
so
Archer
that...
326, holding short of runway 8,
I love that.
ready for departure.
Oh my god.
And just making
I
sure you
could
contact
turn
us
this
for
thing
the
off
I-5.
right now and feel like I accomplished something. That is so cool. It unlinks when the gear retracts in the arrow.
2326,
Oh my
Burbank
god,
Tower, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
that is so freaking cool.
Runway 8, clear for takeoff, Archer 52326, thanks.
Okay, 26.8, ready to go for departure.
SoCal approach
on
842
the
X-ray.
right
Can I
side.
transition the bracket Class D airspace at this altitude?
Number 842 X-ray, the bracket airspace only goes up to 2,700. Or 2,600 actually.
Thank you, 842 X-ray.
Johnny Ground, Archer 444, Foxtrot Golf, continue.
Number 444 Foxtrot Golf, runway 20 left at Kilo, taxi via Bravo Kilo, hold short, runway 20 right at Kilo.
Bravo Kilo, 20 left, holding short, 20 right at Kilo. And we've got the Mesa departure. Do you still want us to depart from the left side? He's going to amend that.
Stand by. I give you the heading 240?
Affirmative, yeah, we're on the Mesa 240 departure.
And number for 4 Foxtrot Golf, Roger, runway 20 right at Kilo, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
Bravo Kilo 20 right, Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf. Picked up Oculus Rift S a few weeks ago. That's awesome. Yeah, the X-Plane is amazingly fun in the in VR. It's almost getting me a little bit sick. You know what got me really sick about the with VR.
Number 8, Mike,
If I'm in the plane, flying around, I can do anything. I can go inverted, loops, rolls, whatever, no problem. But the minute I go outside of the plane, then I get sick.
Southwest 1398, contact the Oakland Center 127.45. Good day.
Thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard. But yeah, I got more sick from the Google Maps or Google Earth app in VR than I did doing anything else.
Holding short
It's
at the
super fun,
GA parking, request taxi for west departure with information hotel.
November 1126 Bravo.
In the beginning, I could only play it like in 10 minutes. Beat Saber is pretty
Taxi
great.
the Alpha 26 Bravo for Q4.
Beat Saber is really great. Oh, you know what, Flight?
Charlie, go runway 16 left, good line.
You will really like.
SoCal 79087 is inbound.
Number 79087, Roger. No known observed traffic between you and the airport. Radar services terminated. Report your cancellation of IFR this frequency or on the ground 122.2 and no delay on the ground. Please do have an aircraft waiting to the approach.
This.
We'll report cancellation.
You will like this one.
79087.
Kind of our approach. Far on November 8th. We have a Santa Barbara inside.
Number 83, Mike, cleared visual approach.
Okay, so we're now holding short, so we're going to go to the tower.
19.7.
And now we're going to go to 28.1, which is our departure frequency.
Left visual approach, and we'll contact Santa Barbara Tower in 119.7.
I'm actually going to put in. Okay, 110.8 is in there, so we already have our radial in there, and the 132.
Alpha Bravo, holding short runway 26
heading
at Alpha, ready for departure to the east.
There is the coastal route. Okay.
Terminating on the landline. Who was calling?
Mike, 3000.
Number 838, Mike, Santa Barbara Tower, and our left base, runway 15 left, wind 1307, runway 15 left, good line.
Runway 15 left.
Plastic Cot, thank you very much for following. Welcome.
Turn
Welcome
right,
aboard. Happy Friday.
300. 300, 18 Foxtrot.
Joey Tower, Archer 444, Foxtrot Golf, holding short 20 right at Kilo.
Number 47436, Romeo, descend and maintain 5000.
down to 5,000, Sun 436 only.
Number 444 Foxtrot Golf, Joey Tower 20 right at Kilo, cleared for takeoff.
20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. Galvatron JB, thank you so much for following. Okay, let's go. Lights. Camera is on. Action mixture is full rich. Let's check to the left. Check to the right. Everyone's buckled in.
256 over to SoCal.
Number 1126 Bravo, pull up from tower runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Approaching runway 20 right.
Number 26 Bravo, was that you calling?
Nice, man. Well, make sure you pay attention in
no,
school.
Sir. I will call you here in a minute.
Because
26
this
Bravo.
requires a lot of
75
brain
Alpha Bravo,
power.
holding short 26 at Alpha.
All right, rolling on to the runway.
Alpha Bravo,
There's
Camry
center
Tower,
line.
runway 26, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Let's go.
26, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
SoCal Archer 52326, 3,800, climbing
Airspeed's
4,000.
alive.
Number 52326.
Let me know how the audio is as well, guys.
Contact, turn right heading 360, climb maintain 11,000.
360, climb on 1,000, Archer 52326.
Number 842 X-ray, radar services terminated. Squawk VFR and frequency change approved. Have a good day.
842 X-ray, Squawk VFR. Thank you, have a good day.
LA ground, P1 4715 at the terminal, holding position, Delta 9, ready for taxi with information Charlie.
P1 4715, I'm sorry, you were stepped on, you ready for taxi?
Don't change the tanks right.
Taxi at terminal.
Mixture
4715 and Los Angeles ground, runway 24 left, taxi via Delta 9er and Echo.
24 left via Delta 9er, Echo, P1 4715.
Number 36, disregard. Who else was trying to call?
Looks like I have some weird aileron trim situation. Lost him.
Almonte Tower,
Go to the right,
842
hard to the
X-ray
right.
is inbound from landing. I'm about 7.5 miles to the north.
Fuel pump is on.
Descending
Katie
to
Pilot, thank you
500
very
feet.
much for the raid. Welcome, everybody.
Enzo 412 Los Angeles Center, descend and maintain level 240.
Samir UK, hello. Happy Friday.
Fullerton Tower, Oscar 126 Bravo, holding
S.
short
Bert
at altitude
03.
for 24
Thanks for the
West
follow.
departure.
Welcome. Happy Friday.
Number 1126 Bravo, Fullerton Tower, runway 24, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Taylor, if you're not on flight following, do you not need to talk to
412, contact
air
the
traffic control?
approach 126.1.
No, technically not. But that's
sorry,
kind
somebody else was calling inbound. Who was that?
that's kind of a tricky question to answer. It really depends on.
Alright, number 444 Foxtrot Golf, radar contact, altitude leaving.
Climbing through 1,500 for Foxtrot Golf.
Number 4 Foxtrot Golf, thanks, contact SoCal departure, compliant.
SoCal departure, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, thanks.
Number 18 Foxtrot, landing 270. 270, clear Foxtrot. Number 36 Romeo, cross Lindy, 5,000, cleared on Aviation 27.
D Martin TV, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow.
Number 36 Romeo, cross Lindy at 5,000, cleared on
Make sure they
Aviation 27
both
approach.
fuel before departure, then in flight I burn the first tank for an hour. Okay, the second tank for 2 hours.
Number 83 Mike, 5 left, clear to land.
Runway 15 left, clear to land, Adrian Darling.
Number 75 Alpha Bravo, contact one, good departure.
75 Alpha Bravo.
Those are good tips. I like that fuel burn
Cessna
strategy.
7908 is going landing to SXC VOR, 3,400.
Northeast, descending through
Trying to
2,500
minimize
feet.
tank switches, yeah.
Sorry, who's descending through 2,500?
Skyhawk 842 X-ray, inbound for landing.
Number 842 X-ray, Almonte Tower.
This is a Piper Arrow. Oh my god.
842 X-ray, request straight in.
I forgot that this doesn't work on my panel. I pulled up the gear knob on my Logitech panel. I forgot that it doesn't work on this plane. I have to actually click it.
Number 087 Reeling.
Whoops!
79087 is going missed, heading to SXC VOR.
Number 798, correction, 79087.
Q, you'll love this. Once I get this check in, I'll tell you the story.
087.
Katie, thank you for following. SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, restricted 2,400.
4 Foxtrot Golf, SoCal, we trying to call?
Yeah, affirmative. We're restricted 2,400.
Number 4 Foxtrot Golf, under cancel on restriction, proceed on course.
ONAV and altitudes, Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf.
So, just trying to call.
Q, when I was first starting out, I was flying the Archer, and it was this 4 Foxtrot Golf. I would fly this plane in the sim with the gear down and the props full forward, just to mimic an Archer. So I've flown in this plane in the sim with the gear down a lot. If you're on IFR flight plan, you always have flight following unless you lose radio comms. Well, if you're... Yeah, I mean, IFR is very different from flight following. So yeah, if you're IFR, you are talking to air traffic control. But it is... It is very different than VFR flight following. I don't know why this thing is running to pull so hard.
That was number. What was your call sign?
This is Jacket 47.
Jacket 47, good.
Permission for Kilo IFR to John Wayne.
It's on request, sorry. Joshua approach on to 412.
Like, look at the correction I have to make.
As approach, short ends of 412, Joshua approach, roger, descend to maintain 6,000. I'm just going to vector you out to the east and then get you a visual approach into Palmdale, does that work?
Yes, on this plane.
Descend to maintain 6,000, and you're busy, so once we get below 18, we'll just cancel IFR.
Ends of 412, thanks. So yeah,
we're almost there. Put it on autopilot.
Palmdale, heading 090 for now, and then when you get below 180, you can make that request. Descend to maintain 6,000, the Palmdale, 090, ends of 412.
Alright, almost to our altitude here.
Alright, who else is
Santa Maria ground, this is Sierra 500, Lake Golf request.
Number 550, Julie Golf, good.
Oh.
I'm an SR-20 slash Golf, direct to Fresno with Bravo and request flight following this evening.
Number 550, Julie Golf, I'm apologize, unable flight following due to saturation at this time.
Understood, I'll go VFR with flight following then.
That is... Let's go.
Good morning, Foxtrot, apologize, be further delay back to the aircraft flight, missed and is attempting the approach again.
Yep, all good, nice tour.
And we'll head Foxtrot flight heading of 300. 300, one Foxtrot.
If I let go, what's it going to do if I let go? It's going to pitch totally vertical. Yikes. Yikes.
And November 326, clear direct to, let's see.
This thing is all over the place.
Number 326, clear direct to the Daggett, VOR.
Clear to Daggett, Archer 52326.
That's all 412, and the 412.
Santa Maria ground, this is Sierra 500, Golf, over at Hotel Reading Taxi.
Exchange group, that's a plus one taxi, much good. Somebody's calling for taxi with that.
Okay. Somebody needs a reload. We're gonna apparently hand fly
Juliet Golf,
all the way there.
Go ahead.
Well, no, it does on this plane too. So on the JustFlight plane, if you zoom in here, that little if you click just on that roll right above there, it turns the altitude on. It just holds the altitude. There's no vertical, but it just holds it.
Radar vectors ocean is file 2000, 6005, minus 119.6, squawk 7113, Jack 47.
Yeah, the autopilot is not working at all, though.
Either?
Which is very strange.
LA Tower, B1 4715, holding for runway 24 left, clear for takeoff.
B1 4715, LA Tower, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff.
24 left, clear for takeoff, B1 4715.
It's not even.
Carbureted Valley Tower, 13.2, clear of the runway.
Number 750 Bravo contact, the SoCal approach 134.2.
So there's on right there.
Number 75, Alpha Bravo, contact approach 134.2. Alright, everybody stand by. Break, November 75, Alpha Bravo, contact the SoCal approach 134.2.
I see it just like... And we're off. Is it going to come back?
Alright, he's not responding.
Yeah, it's
up next.
it's JustFlight. I've never had any problems with it. It's that's why I'm a little bit confused why it's doing what it's doing here.
Charlie over Tango, Charlie.
That seems like it's holding
Bravo, and if you can't land on a runway, just tell me unable.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that looks like it's...
I apologize, I just am super busy and didn't notice that Van Nuys had turned around and is now landing north.
Okay, so let's see if it'll...
Alright, who else was calling?
If it'll trim down to the altitude. That was weird. That was a weird...
landed at San Gabriel Valley. I'm clear the runway.
Wait for 2 X-ray, thanks. Taxi parking via Alpha, this frequency of grenade.
Taxi via Alpha, thank you. For 2 X-ray.
Is it pretty loud, flight?
Runway 30, ready for takeoff.
201, sir, number 550, Juliet Golf, Santa Maria Tower, runway 30, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Clear for takeoff, proceed on 02 Golf. Thank you, sir. Good day.
And who else was it?
SoCal approach, Warrior 75 Alpha
Tank is
Bravo.
okay.
Repeat the frequency for Point Magoo, please.
Number 75 Alpha Bravo, the frequency you need to be on now is 134.2.
Oh, you were... Oh, I got it. Referring to the 2,000 feet per minute cabin altitude.
Number 5297 Echo, contact the Los Angeles Center 128.6.
Yep.
28.6, 97 Echo.
Number 36 Romeo, contact the Lindbergh Tower 118.3.
Altitude Butter 180, Sun 36.
Oh, I know what I was doing wrong.
Butter number 7436 Romeo, Narna Yankee, runway 27.
Number 7436 Echo.
So the click region, so you see the nose just adjusted right there? So the,
Number 5297 Echo.
Q right here.
Los Angeles Center or
I was clicking the wrong thing.
altimeter,
That's probably what I was doing wrong.
2908.
If you click on this plane right on the Piper, you can't see my mouse, but it's a little click region. If you click on Piper, it actually holds the altitude.
Bravo, SoCal approach, Roger, Burbank, altimeter 29885.
29885, 75 Alpha Bravo.
Piedmont 4715, connect SoCal departure, good flight.
Now we're in the hot weather haze. Yeah, it was because I was going too slow, flight. I pulled the power to descend
Take a real tower,
on the autopilot.
X-ray. Just wondering if I passed my Cat 7.
Yeah.
Take 42 X-ray,
But that's funny that you saw that too. Like you immediately notice stuff like that. What is that?
Turn right heading 360.
The big white button is the electric trim.
360 Foxtrot.
I have that disabled right now.
Number 087, report to procedure turn in mail.
Report procedure turning down, 087.
Let's give this guy a break right here.
Number 52326, contact your Archer approach 126.1.
1261 for Archer 52326.
Number 907 Echo, what's your plan for an approach into Lima 08?
Man, that visibility really got crappy. SoCal approach, Archer 444, Foxtrot Golf. I'd like to cancel flight following for the special flight rules transition.
Number 444, Foxtrot Golf, cancellation or radar services terminated, squawk 3 for exchange for today.
Alright, good day, 4 Foxtrot Golf.
Sorry for number
2855. And we're gonna squawk 120. 1201 and let her rip. Is that on comm 1 or 2? Nav 1 or 2? 10.8. Is that thing's not lined up, is it? Holy crap, it is lined up. It didn't move when I turned on to that radial. I thought it was broken, but I guess it's not. Typical SoCal pollution. Viz looks about right for how it is today. Let's see. What is... Let's check out... Guitar here. Visibility's 10. I mean, this is more than 10. but it's just like a really crappy tin. 10 scattered 12,000. Yeah. Just not unlimited. Which is kind of a bummer. Where are the SNA departure procedures published? Flyoc.com. Should see SNA. I think it's ocair.com. Yeah, ocair.com. Went to VCV again today. This was crap. Hugh, will you please quit flying without me, please? Please. Alright, it's clearing up a little bit. Special flight rules transition. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf 4500 northbound Abeam Torrance. Special flight rules. Alright. Everybody knows that we're here. Like it? Oh yeah, that's better. Now we're lined up. Gonna do Camarillo, Ontario, Sunday night. That's awesome. So this is just local knowledge thing. It's not an actual FAA procedure. No, it's not an FAA procedure, but that's it's not an FAA procedure, but it is. It's given to you by the tower, by ATC, so it is, you can't deviate from it, but it's not, I mean, there's not really like a VFR, like published VFR departure, but it's part of their, actually I think it is on the AFD, but yeah, it's not a full procedure. Well, I mean, it's like Burbank has some VFR departure stuff. What are some other? There's a couple other in the area that have like particular, and I think Burbank is the only one. Van Nuys has a particular departure thing, but it's so restrictive based off of the airspace and terrain and stuff that you know, they just issue those departures because there's so many planes coming in and out that they need you to be on a particular heading at or below a particular altitude to manage the spacing coming in. Special flight rules transition. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf approaching 405 Hawthorne interchange. Special flight rules. But they're like little mini IFR departures, I guess. I mean, it's up to, I mean, as you know, flight, like it's always up to the pilot to familiarize themselves with all the pertinent information for a flight. It is kind of hidden, I guess, on their website, but you're not going to be able to leave John Wayne without complying with those instructions. They happen to be written down as particular, like they're not going to really deviate from those instructions too often. They will, on many occasions, give you something different than that, but it's just a way to give VFR pilots a somewhat standardized procedure for leaving the airspace. I asked this question before, but do you have to do the ratings? No, you don't have to do the ratings, but they're fun. There's no reason not to do them, basically. Just seems odd to me that a tower can issue you a procedure that isn't published on a chart or something. Yeah, I mean, it's no flight. It's no, I guess it's no different than. I'm trying to think of like another example. You know, turn left at the river, like Long Beach. If you're departing to the west or southwest from Long Beach, they'll tell you, you know, turn left over the river. I mean, it's like a noise abatement procedure kind of. Yeah, it's a departure heading and an altitude, and you know you've got obviously your departure frequency. Special flight rules transition Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf 4500 northbound over Imperial Highway. Special flight rules. Alright, visibility is going back. This is like a mess. Well then, they should just give you the heading and altitude. No need to name it. It's just like it's a way to help local pilots. It's not named. It has a name. You don't need to know the name. Special flight rules transition Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf northbound 4500 over the north complex of LAX. Special flight rules. Yeah, it's just named for convenience. Yeah, so they give you the heading. They don't say Mesa departure. They give you the heading, but I can say either one of two things. I would like Mesa departure, or I would like the 220 departure. That's it. They just give those departures names just to make it easy for shorthand local stuff. Yeah, it's not. They don't say Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf. Depart. Use the Mesa departure. Contact. They give you everything. It's the heading and the altitude. Special flight rules transition Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf 4500 northbound over Bologna Creek. Special flight rules. Alright, we got one more. Actually, money on this heading. Now that we got that stupid autopilot sorted out. Okay, and then let's go to Santa Monica and SoCal 24-3. Let's do 24.
Radio.
Does PilotEdge give exemptions for age 16 limit? No, they'll give you an exemption at 17 if you can prove that you've soloed, but not for 16.
3,700.
Roger, number 807, climbing to 5,000, hold at 7 Kilina.
Special flight rules transition Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf 4500 northbound over Santa Monica VOR. Last call. Special flight rules. Did I identify the VOR? No, I did not.
Number 18 Foxtrot, turn right heading of 12, correction left turn heading 120.
It doesn't work all the time in this thing. SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf 4500 over Santa Monica. Request flight following to Lima 70.
Number 444 Foxtrot Golf, SoCal approach, let's see, Squawk 3351, maintain VFR.
3351.
Someone else is trying to call. Who was that?
Okay. Now we can fly right through Burbank.
SoCal departure deploy.
The 530 only shows the name if it's valid.
SoCal departure, Jacob 47, 1,800, climbing 290.
Check 47, SoCal departure, radar contact, 1960.
Yeah, I've
6,000, check 47.
I've not had a lot of luck for that working in the sim, so I usually don't
check
mess
47,
with it
leaving 3,000, direct to Oceanside, resume navigation.
Above 3,
let's see, although I don't know if that counts as it IDing it or not for check purposes. I mean, it's so easy to just click that on. Why not do it both ways?
Number 34 Whiskey, runway 29, clear to land.
It's like, I guess it's a good habit to get into. Good to go. Straight.
Number 18 Foxtrot cross.
Straight over.
Santa Catalina, cross Catalina at 4,000.
Van Nuys. Probably
not
not the best idea.
Direct Catalina and clear for your B.
Let's go with B-Nick here. Now I'm likely getting some kind of vector.
Is there anybody waiting for anything? Number 42 Juliet Alpha, I know I've got you on request for an IFR
around traffic here because we're going right into the arrival path for Burbank. But we're on flight following, so they know we're here, and if they need us to move, we will happily move. I went to ID and ILS, and they had the wrong one at ISP. Huh. ISP. Look at that beautiful plane right there. Beautiful 4 Foxtrot.
Or 2 Juliet Alpha, are you able to do the Jared 5 departure?
Affirmative, 42 Juliet Alpha.
Better.
It's always funny watching a student have a helmet fire when they forgot to change the frequency or the nav radio and they try to fly an ILS while it's still tuned to some VOR in the middle of nowhere. Oh, that's sad. That is sad. Helmet fire is such a great term. Oh my God. 3,600 feet is our pattern altitude. Let's see, and we're right pattern for 2-2. So we're just going to enter downwind for 2-2 at 3,500. That'll be super cinchy.
444 Foxtrot, go further contact, about 3 miles southwest of the Van Nuys VOR, at 4,600, maintain VFR, the Burbank altimeter, Generator 85.
Generator 85, Archer 444 Foxtrot, Golf, thanks. It could just be Cherokee, I'll just say Cherokee. There is Van Nuys. Q, have you been to Van Nuys yet?
42 Juliet Alpha, clear to the San Jose International Airport, Jared 5, departure to Jared, direct Shafter, then as
I have some difficulty with VORs when ATC refers to them as the city name and not
departure frequency 124.55 and squawk 6606.
Go ahead, San Jose, Jared 5, departure Jared, then to Shafter, and as filed.
That just becoming familiar with your route as well, space.
124.55.
You know, it helps to look at the VORs and even some GPS fixes around and make sure you've got the names correct. You know, clear to the Seal Beach VOR. You know, you need to know that. That's what it's called, even though it's SOI.
Number 4 Foxtrot, I'll change my frequency 134.2.
34-2, Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf.
Tower, Ground, November 128, Tango Tango,
Yoshi, 530 actually decodes the Morse code received from the nav signal, so it does count as ID.
And number 128 Tango Tango, San Luis Tower, and left base runway 29.3 miles out, the altimeter 2995.
2995, and will be a left traffic runway 29, and what was that the last one cut?
The last thing I said was the altimeter 2995.
I'm sorry, where you said to report at, where, I'm sorry.
Number 128 Tango Tango, after left base, runway 29, and report 3 miles out.
We'll report 3 miles up to runway 29 left base, November 128 Tango Tango.
Number 5218 Foxtrot, report your procedure turn inbound.
Will report procedure turn inbound 18 Foxtrot.
What a dork. SoCal approach, Archer 444, Foxtrot, Gulf 4500.
Number 444, Foxtrot, Golf, thanks.
Procedure turn. I think that's a rating. That's probably one of the ratings, if I'm gonna guess. Where is... There's one of the I ratings has a procedure turn in there somewhere. Don't remember which one it is. Last time I did one of those was down in Mexico. They're not too hard though, right? So we're gonna be pretty close. So when I was researching this airport for Julia and I to go fly up here, it is walking distance from the rock formation where the famous fight scene in the original Star Trek with Captain Kirk and the rubber lizard man. It's walking distance from where that was shot. So I am absolutely going to check that out. GeoRef chart makes everything else easier. Yeah. Just requires a good situational awareness and knowing where you are in relation to the final approach course. But you have to do the procedure turn on the fix, right? It's not on the radial at some point. Procedure turn is a course reversal for an instrument approach. Essentially, it turns you around so you're lined up properly on the final approach course. But you have to do it on the right spot, I believe, right? You can't just do the procedure turn at some point on the radial. Some procedure turns are hold and lieu.
Describe.
Where it's based on the fix.
Just checking to make sure you're slowing.
Others have distance requirements. So it's both. Alright, we're going right up here. So as soon as we pass these mountains, we're going to sneak up into these foothills here. This is super cool. Look at that. Yeah, this is awesome. Six Flags is over here somewhere. That actually might be Six Flags right there. Looks like the parking lot for Six Flags. Hard to tell. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Hotel, this hotel, or tower, Bravo November 128 Tango Tango. Sorry about that, forgot to miss, recorded 3 nautical miles.
Right, Tango Tango, runway 29, clear 2
All right, so we're 10 miles out, so let's, no traffic reported between us and the airport, 22.8. SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, we have Agua Dulce in sight.
44 Foxtrot Golf, roger, radio services 2 minutes, squawk VFR, fix change approved.
Squawk and VFR, frequency changed, approved, Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf.
First up, pilot.
Agua Dulce traffic, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 10 miles to the southwest, entering right downwind, runway 22, full stop, Agua Dulce. GPS also makes procedure turns and holds a joke. Yeah, but you have to go through the non-joke part of it in order to get to the point where you can make procedure turns on GPS. You still have to have a DPE say, good to go, buddy. The new GTNs where you can program a hold anywhere are a blessing. That's awesome. Aviation has that functionality for a long time, but let's not get started on that. Here comes the Aviation circle jerk. All right. Fantastic. All right, so there is the airport. We're facing right at it. Star Trek Rock is right over here. Not really super cool on a north though. Agua Dulce traffic, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 5 miles to the southwest, entering right downwind, runway 22, Agua Dulce. I'm gonna pull this up. So I speak very poor Italian, but I do speak a little bit of Italian, and it is so hard for me to look at that and not say Agua Dulce. Apparently it's Agua Dulce, which looking at that is like nails on a chalkboard. I can't even say it. Agua Dulce. Ugh. Agua Dulce is the only thing that my brain sees when I see it. It's super annoying. Right? Or dulce? What's the proper pronunciation? It is dulce. I don't know, dude. I don't think Spanish says it the same. And like locally, I don't think it's dulce. Dulce. Say it like a dumb American. Dulce. The Spanish are wrong. Well, I'm with you, Yoshi. I'm fine saying dulce. I will say it dulce. Yeah, Q, it looks freaking awesome, dude. I'm excited to go check this out. Whoa! Thanks for that. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going down to 3,500. Yeah, there's something weird with the trim. I don't just way out of whack. There we go. I'm going Dolce. As long as everyone's cool with me saying Dolce. Yeah, it's coordinated. It was just the X-plane aileron trim. Agua Dolce, traffic, Archer 444, Foxtrot Golf. Right downwind, 22, full stop, Agua Dolce. Yeah, it's like the X-plane. X-plane has, like, every plane has aileron trim in the sim. So if it's out of whack, then you're going to be all over the freaking place. All right, let's go here. There's pattern altitude. So gears coming down. Let's go fuel. Pump on. Fuel's on the fullest tank. So we've got fuel. We got gas, undercarriage, mixture, props. 3 green. We don't have carb heat in this thing. Yeah, Dolan, we dusted off old 4 Foxtrot Golf. Look at that beautiful bastard. Now I have to remember how to land this thing. It is not straightforward to land this thing in the sim. Agua Dolce, traffic, Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf, right downwind, 22, Agua Dolce. But I still love this, even though it's got some like weird simisms to it. I think this is one of the more fun planes to fly. This good, I mean, mainly because it looks and sounds so good. Agua Dolce traffic, Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf, final 22, full stop, Agua Dolce. Dolce. We're gonna come in nice and hot. Whoa, that's the wrong view. And if you don't have enough trim in this plane in the sim, whoa, it will crash, and it makes the ugliest sound ever. And then the ELT goes off, and it's a big old mess. I also may have started that right turn a little bit early. All right, I'm gonna see if this scenery has the clubhouse in it. Agua Dolce traffic, Archer taxiing to parking, Agua Dolce. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So this is raised up a little bit, but it does, yeah, that is pretty accurate, it looks like, from the pictures that I've seen. This has got one of the little windsocks that's like a little airplane right there. There's the fuel. It's pretty cool. Unstable go around. Poor and late flare. Yeah, very poor and late flare. Speaking of poor and late flare, dude, frickin' Baron pilots, man. Bunch of nut jobs. Segmented triangle. You triggered idiots. Those nutty Baron pilots. And off-road time. Yeah, Barons are pretty good. What would possibly even give it a run for its money? That I can't even think of anything. Something that's not $1.6 million. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking of, the DA62, and that thing is so freaking expensive. Not that the Baron is cheap, but at least you can get one less than that. They are cool though. Yeah, no, the brand new ones I'm talking about, but there's not but you can get an older Baron, whereas it's, you know, I don't know what the used market looks like for a DA62, but I would imagine that it's probably a lot more sparse than the Baron market is. $1990, 58. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, AC would be good on a day like today. Holy crap, 93 degrees. Warm? What a cool frickin' airport, man. This is going to be a really fun airport to fly into. Really fun. Alright, let's get this thing slowed down. The brakes are super touchy on this. So let's go to here. We're gonna clear this, and L70 Agua Dulce. Thank you very much. KSNA right in there. Let's do. We got LAX. Put that in there. And actually, it's not the airport. It is the VOR. And that is 13.6. Look at that. 13.6. Now I'm going to switch it over to the TAC chart. And the beam Sepulveda right there. And then down to Long Beach. Right along the red arrows. And then I'm going to check the first radial is 323 outbound. 323 right about there. So that is all set up for the coastal route. Hey, dude, Nightbot, freaking chill out, dude. And let's check. Let's see, make sure that we're on the right frequency once we leave here. Where are we going to get one? May not even get one on here. Clearance and delivery. Nope. Okay, so the nearest airport is Whiteman. SoCal 20.4. 20.4. That's the north one. 20. Nightbot needs a beer. Give it a rest. Give it a rest, Nightbot. Nobody is impressed. Agua Dulce traffic. Archer 444 Foxtrot Gulf. Departing runway 22 to the west. Straight out, Agua Dulce. Buongiorno, Agua Dulce. Even though agua is not Italian. Lights, camera, action. Alright. We should be trimmed out appropriately now. button. So that rock from Star Trek is somewhere over here. Wait, it might be impossible to see that. That might be it right there. Yeah, I think that's actually it. The parking lot right next to it. Yeah, so that's where that scene with Shatner and the lizard is from. So there's some local geography. Agua Dulce traffic, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, straight of departure, runway 22, last call, Agua Dulce. Let's see what the old P's is looking like now. Now it's trimmed out. Look at that. That's so much better than what we were dealing with leaving John Wayne. Holy crap. Saw what, Q? Dude, it's not fair when the switches on the panel are like this big to you, man.
Barbara ground, Skyhawk 20, Tango Charlie at the South Ramp.
Swig of beer is also on the
Request
checklist.
taxi for VFR to the east with Juliet.
You little sneak.
November 201 Tango Charlie, Santa Barbara ground, runway 25, taxi via Bravo.
Where were we
Alpha
just
Golf.
leaving? An untowered field? So technically, you know.
5 via Bravo Alpha Golf, Tango Charlie.
SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 5 miles to the west of Agua Dulce, 5,000 feet. Request flight following to John Wayne via the coastal route southbound.
444 Foxtrot Golf, SoCal approach, squawk 5544.
5544, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Goldsy once gave me quadruple fours. 4444.
Foxtrot Golf, radar contact 13 miles north of Van Nuys, maintain VFR, Van Nuys altimeter 2987.
2987, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf.
Enzo 412, contact SoCal approach 134.2. I'll take 4.2 Enzo 412.
I know you know what they do, Q, but it's seeing what you saw that is the
Enzo 412, SoCal approach, Burbank altimeter 2986.
6,500. We should be pretty much out of everybody's way, I would think. Simedge, happy Friday, dude. Cheers. Oh, this is torture. I hope this ends soon. Good Lord. I cannot believe that after everything that I went through to get the license finally done, the world decides to shut down. And I know that is incredibly trivial compared to what a lot of people are going through right now, but it sucks still. Still super, super lame. Not as happy with the ortho up here. It still looks good, but it's not great. Yeah, it sucks, dude. It sucks, but again, there are much more pressing matters at hand throughout the globe than me needing to exercise my private pilot privileges. Oh yeah, and it don't exactly. You're the same way, man. I mean, what date did you get your CFI? I don't. I thought it was in February, right? Like it was significantly earlier than I got the private, and I got my license. But I feel like, I mean, obviously it takes, it takes some time to get a job. Mid-January. Okay, got it. LG, love seeing these flights around SoCal. I should be there right now flying with my buddy out of Montgomery, but stuck here in Scotland. Well, dude, LG, you need to find a way to get back to the States, dude. Let's get a move on. The potato famine didn't stop many of our ancestors in the last 100 years. You can do it. Oh, and Scotland, not Ireland, my bad. That came off really stupid. Scotland. Right. David Coulthard. Sean Connery.
Skyhawk 26 Bravo, contact Point Magoo approach.
Who does Ireland have? Scotland at least has James Bond.
Sir, 26 Bravo.
Over 26 Bravo, contact Point Magoo approach on 124.7.
Who is the most famous Scottish person?
124.7. Who's that addressing? I'm sorry. Who is that? Who is 124.7?
That is Point Magoo approach.
Point Magoo approach. Okay, thank you, sir.
Enzo 412, contact NorCal approach, correction, contact SoCal approach.
Okay, so Connery for sure, Tilda Swinton, Ewan McGregor, James McAvoy. Okay, so that's some firepower.
Enzo 412, SoCal approach, roger, LA altimeter 2985, just gonna maintain 7,000.
Ireland does have Guinness.
Point Magoo approach, Skyhawk 1126 Bravo is with you at 8,500.
Also with you.
Number 1126 Bravo, Point Magoo approach, Point Magoo altimeter 2987.
2987, 26 Bravo.
So this is nice at this altitude over the valley. 6,500. It didn't take that long because
off clear to the LA class Bravo airspace via the coastal route. Maintain VFR at 5,500 while in the Bravo. LA altimeter 2985.
Clear to the LA Bravo via the coastal route 5,500 Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. Good lord, how stupid is that? Talk about checklists, Q. Which direction are we going? Yeah, I don't know about that, LG, but thank you. I think we walked away from that, but just barely. This is how you gain speed in an aero, is just point the nose down. Should be getting a frequency change probably by the 101, which is that freeway right there. Maybe. This works out fine. Fine, just fine. PA-28, one throw brick out window. Yeah. You know, so part of what makes this plane particularly tricky to land in the sim is the fact that the aero is really nose heavy in real life, so I've heard, and I think that's the same thing that the developers have heard. So it is, if you come in at like 70 knots with the power out, it's going to crash. So you need to have a little bit of power in the simulator in order to land it nicely. It does not like coming in slow at all in the sim. And I, again, have not had the pleasure of flying one of these in real life. It's actually because it has smaller stabilizer than the new Archer. So really, I mean, that looks like the same size stabilizer as the Archer that I flew. From what I was told, Q, is that the gear, Poro. Oh, I was trying to decipher that. Poro. Thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard.
Tower, Skyhawk 201.
But yeah, so
short, runway 25,
I was under the impression that it was the added weight due to the gear and the larger engine, and then I was just nose heavy. Poro, don't need the rest. All right, Poro, that's easy enough, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. This is a 3. Yeah, this is a 3. Q. It is a little bit more nose heavy, but not too bad. But yeah, so the developers, from what it feels like, they went like overboard with the you need to come in hot with power on in this thing. The 3 does have the same size one. Okay. So it's just, if you try to land this like an Archer, it will not do it at all. It will just crash. It'll totally crash. So, but leading up to my very first flight in the Archer, I was flying this for just endlessly on the sim. I mean, 3 days a week, 3 hours a day. Like, SoCal, was that for 4 Foxtrot Golf?
4 Foxtrot Golf, affirmative, contact approach on 134.9er.
34.9er, 4 Foxtrot Golf, see you. SoCal approach, Archer 444, Foxtrot Golf, 5,500.
Archer 444, Foxtrot Golf, SoCal approach, LA altimeter 285.
285 for Foxtrot Golf. Yeah, so when I was getting ready to fly the Archer for the first time, I had been flying this, so I was used to coming in at like 70-something knots with power in, and I came just hauling ass into Fullerton at 70 knots in an Archer, you know, a 181, just coming in hot as hell.
Over departure, 1 Tango Charlie, thanks.
I must be muscle man then. One hand power idle, short and narrow field in the aero. Yeah, so I'm like just hauling ass in there and just went beep, just like skipped off the runway and blasted out of there. And I obviously quickly realized that you can pull the power out. Fun fact, holding the flap handle all the way up in a Piper gives you an extra 5
Santa
degrees
Barbara
of flaps.
departure.
Check that out.
201 Tango Charlie, 1,500, climbing 5,500.
But yeah, so I'm coming in the Archer with, you know, power in, doing 70 over the numbers, and finally, you know, figured out the difference between the two, and that helped moving forward, obviously, knowing that they flew differently. It's not quite as like power offy as the 172 is. You know, over beam the numbers at John Wayne at 800 foot pattern over Von Karman, you can just go power off 180 and get there, but you still need a little bit of power, I think, in the Archer. So hopefully, if the checkout goes as planned at some point this weekend, or at least in the next week, it'll be nice to get to, you know, reacquaint myself with PA-28, which is it's such a good airframe. I love it. They look cool, they fly nice, they land nice. You know, it's definitely different than a 172, but I think better. I think it's better. I think it flies better. Not necessarily a better plane overall, but I like it. Like, what would you say, Q, if you had to pick? Make everything the same. Give them the same avionics, and let's just say it's similar to this. Let's do like a 530 is huge in this plane. But say you've got a 172 with a 430 and steam gauges, and you've got a PA-28. You got an Archer, 180 horse with a 430 steam gauges. For no particular purpose, just to fly, like not instructing or anything. Arrow Goated, thank you very much for following. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Cheers. Skyhawk, because I can open the window and it's already 95 degrees out there. Fair enough. I said that to Julia yesterday. I was like, man, you're gonna be really hot in that Archer because there's no window on your side. And I was like, man, if we were in the 172 though, you just pop those windows up and just cruise around with the windows wide open. Yeah, the sunshade is pretty nice too. It's cooler. It's so much cooler in a 172. All right, interesting. Yeah, this is an ortho. It's a zoom level 18, actually, with the West Coast buildings. There's a lot of building data near LA. We've entered the cone of confusion. I used to take the door off in South Africa to fly over game reserves. That's awesome. 1, 2, 3 radial out of here, so we'll let that reset itself up. Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty standard stuff. I mean, there's nothing, not too much payware stuff going on here. It's, pretty dense with buildings, but the ortho makes a huge difference. Now, if the Archer had AC, I'd take that. Yeah, so imagine it's 50-degree day, 55-degree day or something. So you don't need AC, so you don't need the extra weight or anything. But comfort-wise, temperature-wise, it's exactly the same. Just take the Bonanza, yeah, dude. Well, I didn't say the Bonanza. I would take any Bonanza over any of those things. Arrow, this is X-Plane 11. There's our radio. And let's hook up with that guy over here at 1, 2, 3. Yeah. The Archer is, yeah, it's just a more solid plane, and I just like the looks of the low wing way more. It has a lot less trainer feel about it, which is cool. Yeah, they're nice. Well, I'll definitely pick your brain then, Q, if once I get this checkout flight nailed down, if you don't mind. If you would be so kind. I do have the Caronado. I have both Caronado Bonanzas. The F-33 is definitely better. Got it with the rep pack.
Looking for traffic 1 Tango.
But the A36 is a better plane. I love that plane so much. Oh my god.
Number 4 Foxtrot Golf, traffic 11 o'clock, 4 miles southeastbound on Learjet at 4,500, restricted below outside of Bravo.
Alright, we'll be looking for that traffic, negative contact for Foxtrot Golf. Learjet. So is there a Learjet that's VFR right now? Is that what I'm understanding? Thank you. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Four Foxtrot Golf, traffic no factor, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
28.1, Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf, thanks. It got, like, super quiet all of a sudden. I wonder if they split. I wonder if Brandon got the approach.
Runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact, clear.
JustFlight stuff is awesome.
Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read backhaul runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Golf.
SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf 5,500, information Golf at John Wayne.
Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, SoCal approach. Thanks for Golf. Proceed towards Huntington Beach Pier, landing across at 2,400.
Alright, direct Huntington Beach Pier at or above 2,400, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. The Sky Archer. The old Sky Archer.
SoCal approach Sky 739 with 0 mil.
Sky 739 Whiskey Romeo.
Q, you would lose your mind watching me fly this thing with the gear down.
Affirmative 9 Whiskey Romeo.
9 Whiskey Romeo, clear to the Limburg Cloud Bravo airspace, make straight and approach runway 27, Limburg altimeter 2990.
Okay, clear to the rear Limburg Class Bravo airspace, make straight runway 27 9 Whiskey Romeo.
That is pretty funny. Sky Archer would be pretty cool though. Like a high wing PA-28, Sky Archer.
Not just yet. I'm going to get you a little bit further west. So
yeah, this thing is awesome.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ever 57 Zulu. Contact SoCal approach 135.4.
JustFlight did a great job. Their texturing is awesome.
Destination ATC is 126.0.
Sounds great too. Like, look at under the wings and stuff. You've got
So the 5 Yankee Papa, turn left heading 180.
Left 18,
tie downs on there.
Arch 4 Foxtrot Golf leaving the Los Angeles class Bravo Esther.
Roger, 4 Foxtrot Golf, thanks. Mid-wing. Yeah, you could put, you could like move the wing up a little bit, move it up like right to the window line, and then enter from the back here, and like crawl into it, or have like a gull wing, and you like step into it. Yeah, that is Catalina out there. Yeah. Catalina with it's for some reason it does not like loading those textures in from a long way out. But you can just see the airport. There it is.
Ground 57 Zulu, right up
It's not going to pop in
4 miles south of the Victor Airport. Contact Joshua approach 126.1.
126.1, 5157 Zulu.
Limber clearance, Walker 169, IFR to Salt Lake with Mike.
Walker 169, Limber clearance on request, standby.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. Food is great. I prefer the buffalo tacos, but the buffalo burger is pretty good too. Those tacos are awesome. In Q, you know what? I didn't zoom in, but I did leave the pump on. I just didn't zoom in to look at it, but I actually did have that thought, like, okay, when you switch it, turn the, make sure that you're still getting flow, and then turn the pump off. I could probably put the pump on right now, but and like leave it.
Joshua approach 26.1, 9 Alpha Tango.
What's up, Beardy? Zoom meeting in the cockpit. Yeah, you could just zoom. You can just keep zooming in the cockpit.
November 9 Whiskey Romeo, contact Limbo Tower 118.3. Good night.
118.3, good night, Whiskey Romeo.
That's a nice little vector object. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah.
Limbo Tower, Scout 739 Whiskey Romeo with Aviation, Mike, 127.
Yeah, look at that. That is crisp.
Doug 739 Whiskey Romeo, Limburg Tower, wind 190 at 5, runway 27. Fly straight in, runway 27, cleared to land.
What's up, White Lake? Dude, White Lake, we were just in your neck of the woods, man. I am referring to it as Agua Dulce. That's probably not locally correct, but I don't. Nothing else rolls off my tongue. Not as good as Camarillo has the best food. That's the best airport, but I don't think it's the best airport restaurant. It's the best food. It's the best restaurant at an airport, but it's not the best airport restaurant. You can't see the runway, and that is like major dock points. I would much rather. I'd much rather go to Flaybob or, I mean, even Pomona, Fullerton, anything with a view of the action. Gillespie is actually a really good one. Gillespie's is really good. Montgomery's is good also.
Expect flight level 330, 10 minutes after departure.
But yeah, I don't like that you can't see the airport.
Walker 169,
Van Nuys is really, Van Nuys is actually really good, but you just can't fly there. but as like a restaurant at an airport to go to, you get every manner of jet coming in there, which is awesome. I have never been to an airport restaurant that has wowed me. Well, look, it's not about the actual food. It's about the experience of it. But the Camarillo, Montgomery, and Catalina, those are good restaurants no matter where they're at. And then you've got, and actually Fullerton too. Fullerton's a good diner. Fullerton, Flay Bob, Pomona, Van Nuys is a good restaurant too. But yeah, Steal Your Girl, you haven't been to the right ones, man. Yeah, the Flay Bob one has a really nice view.
Viper 444 Foxtrot Golf, contact tower 126.8, good night.
26.8, 444 Foxtrot Golf, see ya. John Wayne Tower, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 2,500 over Huntington Beach Pier, inbound information Gulf, full stop.
Viper 444 Foxtrot Golf, John Wayne Tower, enter right downwind runway 20 right.
Right downwind 20 right, request a long landing, Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf.
Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf, roger, you can expect it.
Yeah, Big Bear is also great. That was closed.
Golf, parking east or west side?
We're parked west side at Jay's, 4 Foxtrot Golf.
Roger.
Yeah, the Big Bear one, I didn't eat there. I went into the restaurant, but didn't eat. That one looks good. Man, I've had
clearance Walker 175.
White Leg,
information, Mike.
and like, oh my God, I had such a day at 94 Squadron. Like we cleared them out of Coors Light, and then we cleared them out of Bud Light. And then we ended up on Michelob Ultra. That was the only thing that they had left. We weren't able to have. We cleared them out of two different beers. Leonard? It was so ridiculous. I'm pretty sure I have a good picture of the table.
International Airport,
but it was hilarious.
Departure. Meet all transition.
The one in the airport was closed when I went.
Correction. Climb via the SID. Expect.
In Big Bear.
Minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.6. Squawk 3.
Yeah, the airport parking is a pain to fly into Van Nuys, but just driving there.
City International Airport, Zoo 2 departure, meatball transition, and that's filed. Climb via SID. Expect 35,000 10 minutes after departure. 119.6, 3245 in the box. Walker 175. Walker 175, read back right.
In the box. Pattern altitude is 1,000 feet.
Tower Skycam 39 with 0, we'll clear runway 27, Bravo 4, request taxi to
and also with you. The airport cafe is my favorite thing ever. I love it.
Whiskey Romeo.
Yeah, it's always nice to come back home.
Ground 123.9.
123.9 house Romeo.
And that's, yeah.
4 Foxtrot Golf, wind variable at 5, runway 20 right, clear to land, long landing approved.
Clear land 20 right, Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf, thanks. I love it so much. I love
Las Vegas approach, Archer.
I love the idea of it. I love the atmosphere. You know, it always is very local.
Archer 52326.
I cannot get enough of it.
Expect vectors, visual approach runway 19 right.
Expect visual 19 right. Archer 52326.
All right.
Limit ground, Scout 739 Whiskey Romeo, clear runway 27 at Bravo 4 request taxi to custom.
Yeah, our the U.S. General Aviation
Romeo, limber
is
ground, taxi commuter ramp via Bravo.
awesome.
Taxi ramp via Bravo, now Whiskey Romeo.
All right, so there's 1,000 feet. Beam the numbers. Let's get the gear coming down. First notch of flaps. So we got gas undercarriage is coming, mixture props, no carb heat because it is injected, and this thing needs so much nose up trim in this simulator, it's insane. Okay, let's bring it down. MacArthur, we can keep it pretty tight because we are landing pretty long here. Really need to fly an offset because we're on the big boy runway.
500.
And let's use our extra runway to make this landing a little bit better than the last one. I think it's trimmed out okay. All right, I'm going to the airport tomorrow, whether I fly or not. So Q, I will be there. Hopefully, I'll be hopping in an airplane, but I will be there. We need two more taxiways. We're gonna let this chill here for a little bit. A little ground effect. That's awesome. This is the cheater way to have a smooth landing. There you go. Right into J's. Look at that. Join Tower, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, clear 20 right at Echo.
Scout 444 Foxtrot, correction, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, say parking.
We're straight ahead to J's parking for Foxtrot Golf.
Turkey 4 Foxtrot Golf, taxi straight into the ramp, this frequency, good night.
Alright, straight in, we'll stay with you. Good night, it's Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf. We can likely go fly if you want to coordinate that. Dude, I would be 100% down. Yeah, I would be absolutely down for that. Did you talk to Bradley? Is he going to be super skittish about about getting in the plane with us? But yeah, Q, if you want to go pick an airport and then just literally split it and go like a leg down and a leg back kind of thing, and go pick an airport that neither of us have been to. Pilot Peter, happy Friday. And we're in. Oh, and I didn't turn off the strobes. That's not helpful at all. Alright, so let's go. Lights are coming off. Fuel pump comes off, right? Mixture's off. Looks good. Mixture coming out. And we're dead. Beautiful. There you go. 4 Foxtrot Golf, little PA-28 up to Agua Dulce, I'm going to say it, and back. Special flight rules up and coastal route back, safe and sound, back at Jay's parking. Look at that. That is excellent. Oh, dude, yes. If we could do Flaybob, dude, that would be super fun. Do a Flaybob picnic. What do you think about a Flaybob picnic? I'll bring the sandwiches and the iced tea, and we'll go knock out some pattern work at Flaybob, have some lunch, and come back. That'd be freaking sweet. Dude, that would be super fun. Okay, so that concludes this part. I'm gonna get something else fired up here.